you do some research before sending out your truck? You guys should be schooling me.
I understand that it's legal to be nude in public as long as you're protesting that.
Yeah?
What do you put this vulnerability of cyclopropathy and oil dependence and body image?
This is an international thing. It happens all over the world.
Yeah.
All over the country.
That's good. Yeah.
All over the world!
Put your clothes on.
Well, you know what? I'm a cyclist myself. I have no argument with protesting safety on the road, ensuring that the road rights. I think you guys need to put your clothes on. There's a lot of young kids in the area of Osborne that you guys just rode through. I appreciate the
Excuse me, officer, can I just ask one question?
Anybody's...
If it's males, right, and males are riding topless, if it was a group of males, would it be the same situation? Or is it because if there was a bunch of males actually like riding like topless, would it be the same as if like
you know what, of course,
we got tops, bottoms, we got everything.
I think it's bottoms that are legal. I thought it was legal for women.
you know what?
Legal by people to...
There's social convention, right?
Okay, I
All right,
understand.
for this area, there's areas for you to do this. There's Lewis,
Can I ask you, officer, don't mind? Has someone complained, or did you just...
Matter of fact, we've had a number of calls. All right, we're moving into a busy, long weekend,
Okay.
and we just don't have the time, you know, to deal with, obviously, generally law-abiding and non-violent people, because we're going to need our resources for violent people. All right.
This is an hour-long
That's
protest.
why we
We're
need.
almost done anyway.
That's why we need.
Would you be happy if we just finished it in the park here then, or...?
No, I need you to see. I've already got.
Last year, it was
See,
celebrated in
I've
the
got-
free press.
Yeah,
Kids
but-
were hurting. So I don't
but-
understand.
yeah, so do I. So do I, but not in the streets.
If
Okay?
something's
In
celebrated
my home.
one year,
I don't have any problem.
like,
You want to go home and be naked all you want? That's fine.
Can we finish it in the park, or no, that would be out of
Okay,
the
you know what?
question?
Let's just. You know what? You see, you're already
Yeah, I
busy
understand.
Friday night in Winnipeg.
Uh-huh.
You're already tying up 3 police
Resources,
units,
I get it.
All right. We don't. Let's go, please. Topless and bottomless is certainly.
Could we all address ourselves in the park?
That's not a male-female gender thing at all, right?
But there's lots of guys
I just wonder if there's other guys.
It's legal for females to
whether
be
it'd the
topless
same
in
thing.
Winnipeg. You just put your pants on. That's what's illegal.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're just putting the pants
And ladies, put on tops, please.
No,
We don't have.
The law says it's legal.
To be like topless, wherever men are legal to be topless.
Okay.
Just put your pants on.
What? I've explained to you my concerns.
Which I
We're going
understand.
to continue to get calls because you are offending some people. All right? This is why they're calling us. We're tying up police resources on a Friday night when I need my officers available for other things. Do you understand my point?
Yes, I
This
do.
is a public safety issue for me. It is not an issue of whether or not it's a good idea to
It is
It's
now
not
a
a
moot
good idea.
point.
It's about the law, though. It's kind
Okay.
of what I.
Everybody is dressed as they are legally obliged to be.
You know what, sir? I've explained it to you folks twice now. You all look like intelligent people.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people nodding that what my issue is police resources, not your protest.
You can go ahead.
We did get a good 8K ride in.
We did, guys. Come on, let's get
Because
around.
we're going to get more calls, and if you're offending people, we have to respond.
See, we got stuff with this there.
For what's
Everyone's perfectly
considered
legal now.
You know what they do when people call it other things that aren't illegal?
streets in Canada, all right? Lots of locations, lots of new out there.
Well, everyone's legal now. There's no bottoms.
Ask you to put your top on too, please. I think I've
That's
explained
actually
my
fully-
reasoning fairly well.
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal for women to be topless.
I've explained to you. I don't have a problem with your protest or your opinion.
But it's just
I
not
do not want to tie up my police resources because we're getting phone calls every. I'm talking. Because we're getting phone calls from people every time you guys go through a public area. Some people don't want their children exposed to it.
Right, but
Still
that
have their children.
You enforce the law.
3, 4.
You're not complying with
4
the law.
police.
There's your purpose to society.
I'm not talking about legality. I'm talking about available police resources.
But it's all right.
Why? This is what you guys are doing. So somebody out there may be getting the house broken into, and we have officers tied up on this. No,
I
they
would
send us
appreciate
here.
if you weren't.
They send us here because of public requests for police to do it. That's why. Why are you getting them? You're not even talking, so why are you going on? Yeah. All right. Let's resolve this so we can put these resources in our use. Put your top on.
Okay.
Simple request. All right? It's unfortunate. Okay, it's unfortunate.
No, yeah, you're probably right.
They have a loved one who's dead in their home, and we can't get to that call because we got taken off that.
You know, as a taxpayer, that I'm really surprised at like the amount of you guys that had the polls. I think it's like overkill for so many people.
It's a matter of numbers too.
But you've made that decision to commit
It's
5 police
a matter
cars
of
to our
numbers
people
too,
assembly.
because sometimes folks do take things a little strongly, and then we need to have the officers present in case we get outnumbered and things turn south, right? So, as a taxpayer,
I don't
I could
understand how you could possibly think that you would be outnumbered by a bunch of naked people. Like,
we are outnumbered.
I mean, like, I mean,
Thankfully,
violently overpowered.
Well, there are some members of the public who
It doesn't always stay that way.
right? They're championing of their rights a little more.
You're the last one
tenaciously
holding
than
up
others.
all of this.
Yeah, that's
So last game to just
I mean, I am too, but honestly, like, we're not holding you guys up. You guys are holding us up. We were about to
this is
finish.
ridiculous.
And if one of you come over and talk to our leader, this will be
The one that wasn't the leader is.
or the people in the yellow armbands.
They had a panic on, basically continued to roll off right here. So we interpreted him as the leader just because he's in front. But we don't know who it is. No one has a flag saying I'm the leader. So we're just going to do
I'm so overwhelmed.
Yeah, I'm not happy about this.
It's just trying it out.
I mean, really, like, how many squad cars? Like,
This happens
I've already
in every
explained that.
city.
We can easily get outnumbered and then things go south. If you were walk a mile in my shoes, you'd understand why there's the reasoning behind it.
I don't agree.
Sometimes you just have to agree to disagree and just to make peace.
And comply because I am legally allowed to be topless. So then what can you do in this situation? Can you arrest me?
If it becomes a point where it's a breach of the peace, we could technically arrest you.
what if she's being peaceful?
What if I'm being peaceful?
It's not in that regard. It's a matter of like we having other concerned citizens who are calling the police, as the sergeant has articulated,
Right. But
that
I
are
mean,
concerned for the peacefulness of the community, and there's a disruption, and you folks unfortunately are disrupting the
So how is it any different from, let's say, people riding down the street on their bikes? How is that any different? Topless men riding down the streets on their bikes.
You don't get calls for that. There's no alarm.
Right.
It doesn't alarm the public in the same way.
so you got calls when some of
So
us
you're
were
slaves to
completely
public opinion is what you're saying, basically.
now we have a
You're saying that you're slaves to
Everybody's
public
a
opinion.
person in a white neighborhood.
Or did the public...
We have to answer calls for service, and we have to investigate those calls.
And you've investigated.
Yeah, and we ask for your cooperation, and given the circumstances, we don't think that's a reason.
And the thing is, though,
But if you can be satisfied by simply investigating, you don't necessarily have to take any action if you've determined that the situation is not out of control, yes?
We're trying to prevent further continuation of these same types of calls. Okay, because it's obviously alarming to some members of the public. You guys feel very strongly that you are within your rights and you should be able to do what you want to do. And by the same token, there's other members of the public that equally hold their opinion and their values.
Well, there is actually no legal right not to see topless people.
you have the power to take a side, and you've chosen
not
to
taken
take
a side.
that side.
You have, actually.
We're
Yeah.
just asking for, as far as the norm goes, like most people have clothes on when they're out in public. So,
okay.
And the men.
I don't care either way. All right, but let's carry on with your bike ride.
Okay, carry on.
And what are you going to do if he doesn't cooperate?
you want to get into ultimatums.
Well, if it's not in order, then she doesn't actually have to comply.
Peacefully resist.
Police officer, you have a lot of power, okay?
Right, that's why I'm being reasonable with you, and I'm asking you to do what's reasonable, given the circumstances. You've made your protest,
This
you
is
made your point.
reasonable.
You made your point, you made your protest?
They are reasonable, then I am reasonable, okay?
Well, it sounds like some of the group are being.
Sorry.
Right?
They're being reasonable. I'm being very reasonable. I might be
Well, I think some parents with young children would disagree.
I was a nudist when I was a young child.
They made your point, and it's time to cover up. Because you're right around in public place, and not everyone shares your views. So to be respectful of others, not just yourself and your own championing of your own cause.
Who does it hurt to see breasts? Really? Who sees more tits
Again,
than
that's
children?
a very narcissistic view. This is about other people other than yourself.
Yes, that's why I'm asking. Who else is hurt by seeing
So
breasts?
called us.
And I would be pleased to have a conversation with those folks.
Pardon me?
But Laura is doing nothing wrong.
That's why the people call us.
We're also, welcome to disagree with that and continue.
I don't mean that you guys should have a public forum or something along those
I'm
lines.
trying to
No, and invite those who don't share your views to come to the table.
open event.
Oh, you're not actually having a debate or an open
We're not having a
forum.
debate with you.
No, I'm asking you that you articulate your points with those folks. Don't share your views. If you want to get to the bottom of it, there's a way to do it.
Rule out!